Okay, so let's start with our Adobe Illustrator now, and we will cover how to work on the 3D application, 3D tools and 3D design tools that are inside Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so let's see how we will be able to do that inside the 3D inside Adobe Illustrator. So Adobe Illustrator have a capability of converting any shape into a 3D. But the rule is that once you are doing it, it have to be in the end it will become a vector drawing. Okay, so it will not remain like 3D as you see in different other 3D tools. But it's quite interesting. A lot of things you can do with it, and a lot of things you can make with it. So let's see how we can convert any 2D shape into 3D first. And first of all, if you will go to the 3D option from Effect 3D, you will notice there are three type of 3D options: Extrude, Bevel, Revolve, and Rotate. So most commonly we have Extrude and Bevel over here. So we can do anything here. Like suppose, let me make some shapes here. Let me make a square shape here, normal square shape, or let's do one thing. Let me make a star shape here. And this star shape, I don't want any stroke. I only want a fill color. Basically, in 3D, when you're converting something, the stroke color counts a lot. So make sure you don't have any stroke color. Otherwise, what will happen when you're converting, whatever will be your stroke color will be converted into the 3D color. So then you will, might get something that you are not looking for, and you might get confused in the end, like this is not the color I was hoping for. I was hoping for some different color that I have put inside my fill. Okay, so if there is something in the stroke, that will be also converted into a 3D font. So make sure you ignore the stroke when you're making something in a 3D. Okay, so I will make different kind of shapes over here. So this is a regular shape. Okay, then what I will do, I will just make a shape by using different sort of uh, operational tool, like what you call this, the Pathfinder tool. So minus front, first thing I will do here is the minus front. Okay, again minus front for this side, and now I have this heart shape. I will unite this. Okay, but I want this side to be softer here. So what I will do first is remove some points from here. Then convert this one and this one. I will select with the shift key with direct selection tool and move it all upward. Okay, so I have this tool, and this is, as you know, it's not there. It's created from scratch from the Pathfinder. Okay, then I'll take text. Okay, and I will write something over here. But one thing with the text is that text is not a shape. Okay, but we have to convert that shape and turn it into a 3D. So what we will do here is that, first of all, right now I'm in the shape. I'm not in the shape, I'm in the text mode. So every time I will do something, it will be converted into a text. Let me choose something thicker so you can have a nice 3D look. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. Now I will give it a color, some sort of a color here. But this is not a 3D. Okay. Oh, sorry, this is not like a shape. This is a text still. So to convert this into a shape, I have to go to Object and create outline here. Sorry, type and create outline. Here. So now this is a shape. So it will work like a shape now. And what I can do here is that I can take this one with my direct selection tool, so I can change the color to something else, maybe this. So I have this. Okay, it's like a group. You can see that it says ungroup. That means it's a group. So there are two things inside. So let's apply one by one, and let's see what kind of how the 3D will treat us with these shapes. Now, first let's work on this. And one or other thing I can do here is that let's go to the symbol here. And inside the symbol, we can load different kind of symbols. So it's totally up to you what kind of symbols you want to load. There is a library of symbols, as you know, and from that library of symbols, whatever symbols you will load will be loaded inside your symbol library. Now, why we will use a symbol over here? We are going to use symbol only for uh, covering the artwork, not something like a major thing, but just for covering up. Okay. It usually takes time, so I have to wait a little bit here. The problem right now I'm facing is that Microsoft Teams is so heavy because when you add more and more, items in Microsoft Teams, it becomes heavy and it makes my computer slow. So that's why you will notice that my computer is running slow, and this is because of Microsoft Teams. And earlier, I was teaching a class I'm teaching some classes for University of Bahrain as well, but for them I use entirely YouTube. So all the whole thing is on YouTube live stream, and that runs very smooth because it uses only like a browser, a Chrome browser. That's all. But Microsoft Team itself is very heavy, so that's the issue. My computer is hanging, and you can see that it's all stuck right now. Okay, so I guess I have to restart Adobe Illustrator. So you can see that Microsoft Teams is taking a lot of memory over here, 470 MB. So that's why it's creating an issue here. Okay, luckily it saved something here. So, okay, let's do it again. So I will change the color of this text. Both colors are different. And I did that on purpose so I can show you how well the 3D tool works over here when it comes to different objects. Okay, so I will go here, type, and convert this in, create outline, so it will be converted to shapes. Now here are the symbols here. We can load a lot of symbols. Okay, there are some celebration symbols. Okay, now issue over here, it only takes the symbols, and I don't have any good sort of symbols here. Maybe something. Okay, there are some here. So some of them I will load here. Just, just for the sake of knowing how to do. Now let's start with the 3D. So I will just take this star here. I will go to the effect. So here, 3D, and then here I will choose extrude and bevel. As soon as I will click over here, you will see that it will convert into a 3D. Now here it is basically what is this? This is the star. Okay, but it is giving me a simplified form. So this is a rotation option. So if I rotate this, you can see that it is rotating the star over there. Okay, so how to rotate is very basic. To rotate the object itself, you have to select any face of the object here. Okay, and you just click it and rotate just like this, and it will rotate it over here. Now suppose if I rotate it here just like this, and you want to tilt it, so there are these corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can go to any corner and you can tilt it the way you want. Okay, now if you will go to any one of these, you will see that there are some line. If you will go here, it will show you red edges, so that means it will rotate in this direction. Okay, which is basically the X direction. If you will go to this side, it will show you this side, it will show you green color, so you can rotate it in this way. This is the Y direction. If you're here, so you get it rotated in this direction, which is the Z direction. So you can see that how it looks like now. And there are some pre-built rotation here, so you can choose these from the list. Okay, I usually like isometric top, and there are some other also here: off axis, back, right, top, and there are these orthographic, means like 2D kind of thing. Okay, not 2D like uh, just orthographic view, like exact without any angle. These are with the angle. So I will keep this one isometric top. Now I can change it from here as well, some of these settings. If I will go to custom rotation back, I can simply change with the angle. Okay, something like that. And then here, all of this you can change. And here you have this one. This is perspective. If you remember, we were doing the drawing perspective, so you can see that perspective drawing. You can have a different sort of perspective. So you can go all the way up, but it will destroy your drawing, or you can go all the way back, just to normal. So a little bit perspective is always good. Okay. Now here is the extrude depth. How thicker you want or how thinner you want actually. You will notice that you can actually change its perspective here. Sorry, it's extrude over here. It's height over here. Okay, now you can make it capped. This is capped, like there is no hole, and you can make it uncapped. So there is a hole in top and bottom, like it will become like a kind of a baking tool for the cookies. When you cut the cookies, like their blader or shaper, you can say. Now here we have a bevel option here. In the bevel option, what is the bevel? This corners or the edges to reshape the edges. So I have here classic. You can see that. Let me do one thing here. Let me zoom this and then show it to you so that it will be more clear. Okay, so let's increase the extrude bevel, something like this. Okay, now here I have a bevel option. Now I have classic. Now what it do is that, like, there are different kind of bevels. What are the bevels? That edges. You can see that how curved you have this on the edges. Okay, so you can have outer bevel and you can have an inner bevel. So this is the extended inwards, so it is going inwards. Okay, otherwise outward will go outward. So there are different complex, complex 2, complex 3, cove, something like that, jaggy, rolling, rounded, tall, round. So I usually like tall, round. And you can increase the amount of bevel, the height of bevel from here. So you can see that, but don't go too too high. Otherwise, what will happen? You can see that it's written bevel self intersection may have occurred. That means whatever you're beveling, it might intersect with each other. So you will have a very rough drawing like this. Okay, you can see edges are becoming rough over here. So make sure you don't go a lot high. If you have a very basic shape like a square or a circle, then maybe you can go, but with a complex shape like a star, so don't go with it. Okay. Now this is the surface. Right now we are in plastic shading, so you can see there is some highlight, like a light is falling over here. If I will make it diffuse, so you will see that it will look like a matte, not like a glossy. No shading, it will look flat. Okay, wireframe will only give you wireframe, so we will keep it plastic shading. Now apart from that, we have options like map art. If I will go to the map art, what it will do is that it will give me a 2D view of my different surfaces of my design. Like this is surface 1, like the top. You can see that that top has become red. Okay, if I click on this button, so you can see this is the bottom, this is these. Okay, because I'm using bevel. Let me do one thing. Let's turn off the bevel, none. So our design will become more now you can see it is only 12. Before it was more because those corners were also there. Now if I will go, this is bottom, next this side, this side, this side, this side, this side, this side. Now every side I can put something. Okay, so let's try this. So if I will go on the top one, this is symbol, and all the symbols that I loaded are here. Now I will choose a op art over here. As soon as I will click on that, it will load just like this. Now to fit on this area, either you can make it, you can move it just the way you want it, or you just press scale to fit and it will fit on the whole thing, and you can see it is there. Okay, now I want to shade my artwork, not because right now it looks flat. So if I will click on the shade artwork, what it will do is that it will convert this, okay, into the same shading color that I have. So now you can see this is the same shading color, the light is falling on it. Okay, and if I will do invisible geometry, so what it will do is that it all the geometrical part will not show, only the part that you have applied on will show. So I will uncheck this one. Now I will go to the next, which is the bottom, and I can use the same, okay, on the bottom as well. Scale to fit. Now I will go to the sides. Now on the sides, maybe you can put something else. Maybe I will put hearts. So here is the side. Can you see that? Now it have the heart. I'll do scale to fit. Okay, so it will become smaller. Before it was bigger. You can make it big or you can make it small. Okay, or you can rotate it, whatever you want it to do. Then I will add on the other side the same thing. Just no, this is butterfly. Okay, let's add butterfly here. Scale to fit. So alternative, I will go hearts, butterfly, hearts, butterfly. So now here I will choose hearts again, or this flying sunburst. We can see that it's there. Scale to fit. Okay, now hearts again. Okay, so if you want, you can do scale to fit. I'm not doing that because it will take time. And then butterfly. Then I will go to flying sunburst. Then I will go to again hearts. Then again a butterfly. Then flying sunburst again. And the hearts again. So I will press OK. Now if you will see that if I'm zoom or rotating, okay, so the sides when it is loaded, okay, it will take a little time to load right now because of the maps that we have applied on it. So you can see that the maps are there, and if I go at the back side, you can see that at the back there will be also a map here. Okay. Now, apart from that, we have more options. If I will go to more options, you will see there is light. Okay. Let me give it a little bit angle here so we can better understand the light. Now notice this side is a little darker, this side is brighter because light is falling over here. You can see on this screen. So I can increase the light intensity, which is already increased, and ambient light. Ambient light is what? Overall light. So if I will increase the overall light, the whole scene will become brighter. Okay. So you can see the whole scene is becoming brighter. So, but I will keep it 55. Okay. And then we have light intensity, highlight intensity, but right now I will not use the highlight intensity on this one. I will use it on some other 3D extrude tool because here it doesn't show that much. So we will check this later on. So I hope you have got the idea. Once you are done, you can just press OK. It is still 3D right now. Now to change it back, like suppose you don't like something and you want to change it. So you can go back, always you can go back here. You can go to your options here and you can go to appearance, or you can just go to window and you can click on appearance. And once you have the appearance, you have here the 3D and extrude and bevel. You can delete this or you can edit this by going here. Okay, it will regenerate and then you can change whatever you want. Suppose I don't want this, I want it to be isometric top. Okay, and I'm happy with this, so I will press OK. Now it's still 3D. It might make my computer a little slow, but you can convert that into an artwork. To convert this into an artwork, you can just go to object, because here we have the appearance and we want to expand the appearance. So once we will expand the appearance, what will happen? Everything will become as one. If I will go to object, expand the appearance, and when you click on it, so everything over here will become one. Now this is what? This is not a like what you call 3D anymore. You cannot edit now. It will become like a shape, but it is now a very like, you know, you're ready to work on it, and it will make your computer it will avoid your computer to go slow. And it is grouped, so I can ungroup it, and you can see that once you will ungroup it, I think you have to ungroup it 2 or 3 times. Okay, and then, you know, all these pieces will be separate, and each piece can be further to ungroup. Like this one, so further I can ungroup it because I have this out face over here, and this is the out face over here, and each other can be further you know ungroup as well. Like suppose if I will take my direct selection tool, so I can use these objects from here and move it around. Okay, but these are clipped, so it won't work that fine. So I have, this is clear. I will select this all and delete them. Now this is the shape that actually I created from scratch. So if I will go here, extrude bevel, so you can see that even this one I can convert into a 3D. So whatever you can draw, you can convert that. You can give a bevel to it. Okay, and you can increase the bevel height, and it will create something like very interesting sort of thing. Okay. So I can make something as this, increase a little bit perspective. Okay, so you can have something like that. Now, this is the text, and oops, and the text is basically divided into two colors here. So if I will go back here, effect, okay, and then if I will go to extrude and bevel, so you can see that though it is two different form and divided into two different colors, so that colors is still two colors here. Okay, so I can do any kind of rotation here. I can go give any kind of bevel over here. And then you can see that it has converted the one for what you have done. So you can convert your normal logos into 3D logos, your normal shapes into 3D shapes with the help of this. Now this was bevel and extrude, pretty simple here. You just have to draw, and you can just add the extrude and bevel. Now we have here revolve. Now revolve is a little tricky. Okay, it's more technical because what it do is that you have to draw something half. Okay, and that half will be converted into a 3D form by revolving into a 360 degrees. Okay, for example, if I will take my ellipse here. Now this is an ellipse. Okay, it looks completely like a circle. And what is the half of an ellipse? If I draw something here, okay, and then I just go to the swatches uh, and give it a black stroke just for time being, like just like temporarily, not as I will keep it, so that you can understand what I'm doing. Now here, I want to convert this circle into a semicircle. So simple, what I will do is that take my direct selection tool, take this point and delete this. Once I will delete this, it will be left with these two unjoined. So I can take my direct selection tool, select both, just like making a selection around it. They both will be selected. You can see that they both are blue. This is only white. The blue ones are the ones that are selected. Simple, I can go to my object, path, join. So it will be joined. Now what I can do is that I can switch back to my color, no stroke color, any color over here, maybe for example this light blue. Now what I will do here is that I will convert the semicircle into a 3D sphere. So it will become like this is a 2D sphere, and I want to convert this into a 3D sphere. So if I will go to effect, 3D, and revolve, what the revolve will do is that it will take either right side or the left side and revolve this whole thing into 360 degrees. Just notice if I will go in 3D effect, revolve. Now you will get something like this kind of a result. What is this? Just notice here is your semicircle, and this is the revolving point. From this point, Adobe Illustrator revolved it into 360 degrees, and you got something like this kind of a shape out of it. However, if we change its everything else is same, or the only thing difference you will notice here is the offset and the and this, and there is no bevel. Instead of bevel, we have offset and from option. Now this is from left edge, means from this edge. If I will choose the right edge, so you will see that the revolving is done from this side, and now you can see it is a 3D sphere. Now if I will go to the more options here, which more options, and which I told you we will do in the next topic. So now let's do that. Here we have the light intensity, you know it, and it shows here the light where the light is falling. I can change the light direction, and you can see that here is where the light is falling. Okay. Now if I will press this button, it will go behind this. Now you can see that it is behind, and you can see a small highlight like it is, coming from the end. So if I will click it back, it will come in front. Now if you want two lights, so you can add one more light. So this light will be there. I can move this light, suppose down here, and I will select this light and go to the light intensity and reduce the light intensity of this light. That I can also do. One more thing you will notice here is that there are some blend shapes over here. Now here is my blend steps. Now you can play with these two settings about the lights, but let's see blend steps. Now if I will reduce it to 4, you can see that it's creating some vector looking blending shape. So if I will increase it, you can see that it is quite increasing. But if I will go all the way to 256, so you can see it looks very perfect, very smooth 3D one. Okay. Now shading color, I have here none or custom. So if I will choose custom over here, so I can choose any color. Okay, and it will provide me that shading color here. Okay, maybe I will take green. So you can see a green shade is there. Okay, black is actually that we use all the time, because what the shading do, shading creates shadow. The shadow are black, but you can be more creative and you can do something different, like a blue shadow. So it will look like this. Suppose you want to create a glowing ball, so you can take a bluish blue tone of tone, and then it will create something like a glowing ball or something. Okay, but usually we keep it black because it is all about shadow. So we have black shadows now. Now preserve spot colors. What it will do is whatever spot colors are there, it will preserve it even if I change the shading. Okay, draw hidden faces. If something is hidden over there, it will draw that back, but usually we don't use this a lot. Okay, now this is what you will get. Now you can go to map art like we did last time. Okay, but let me do one thing here. Just press OK for the time being. Change its color to gray. So whatever we will apply should show more clearly. And then I can go, let me put lighter gray. And then I will go back here and in 3D Revolve and map art. Now in map art, I will only see one because I'm using sphere, and sphere does not have any sides. It is 360 all the way. So I don't see anything here. Now if I'll go back here, choose hearts or any artwork here, fit to scale. Okay, and you will see that it will be applied right away, right over there. And when I press shade artwork, it will be shaded on that. Okay, and you can see that if I will rotate my object here, it will rotate the artwork as well. Okay, and then you can press OK, and it want to convert this into a shape. Simple. What you need to do is that you have to go to object, expand appearance, it will become like a shape. So this is how you can create different kind of 3D shapes inside this. Now, very good thing about the, let me delete this, the Revolve is that you can make very good revolving shapes, and you can be a lot creative with this. So for example, if I will take my pen tool here, and let's make a like a glass, like a wine glass, and let's make a half shape of it. So I will just do something like this here. But before doing that, let me switch over to black, so I can have only outline, otherwise it will be too annoying. So I will just go to these points here. Okay. Now this doesn't make any sense right now because we are just we are doing one half of it. So once it is covered, then you will see that what do we mean. But let me go to the sides and smooth that up. Okay, so what I'm doing is that I'm just clicking on these, smoothing these points. With the direct selection tool. This one I will not change it, maybe this a bit. Okay, now when I'm done, what you can do is that switch it back and use any fill color. So maybe I will use a blue color here. Now once I will select this one, I will go back to my effect, 3D revolve. Now it's again revolving from this side, so you can see that it is creating this sort of a shape. But if I will go to the right edge, and you can see that I have a glass. Okay, to make it more perfect, what I can do, I can just cancel this one, take my direct selection tool, and let's do one thing here. Let me delete this and redo with a nice shape. Okay. So I will just give it a bit of a, you know, outline here. And try to smooth these areas here, just to give a nice shape here. Okay. And I will give round corner here with the stroke. I will choose round corner, and I will convert this object into an outline. So I will go to the path, okay, outline stroke, so it will become a shape itself. Now I can simply go to Effect, 3D Revolve, and again I will choose the right edge, and now you can see it looks much more better. So I created a half of the class and it created a full sort of a class, and you can see that it is quite empty from inside as well. So you can make a lot of things with this. Okay, you can make like like a bottle. Okay, for example, if I will take a rectangle tool over here, okay, and then convert this into a bottle, like maybe I will make some other tools here. Okay, and if I will give a cut down here somewhere, like a sharp cut, so you can have this kind of a cut here, but you can change it later on to whatever you're looking for. And I can make few more cuts here. Maybe on this side, a little cut. And maybe on this side. This one, let me flip it and then do a cut. So I can go back here, smooth these cuts. Let's do one thing here. Let me take this point from here and this point from here, and then give it a bit of a curve, and this one here and this one here, give a curve, and then this one here, and then shift select this one here to give a curve here. So I will have something like this. So I have the half of the water bottle, and I will take this, go to my effect, revolve, and choose the right edge, and you can see I have a water bottle with just simple effect. Okay, and also you have to make sure your angle is right, because if you're going really off the angle, then you will see that error which was showing here. Now if I will uncap this one, you can see one of either side is uncapped, but here I don't see anything going uncapped. I'm not sure why. Now this is the 360 degrees. It has revolved. You can change it to half of it, something like this. So half it is kind of revolved and half you can see is empty. But I will keep it 360 degrees here. Okay, now it is revolving right from this edge. You can see that on my screen. If I will change the offset, so what would happen is that it is going outwards a little bit. It's not from the center. Okay, it is little bit going from this edge. It's offsetting. That's why you can see that there is a hole there. Okay, so I hope things are clear. Now in this one, what we can else do is that if you have something like very complex here, so you can go to the map art. Okay, choose the size that we are looking for, like this maybe, and I can go here and choose any artwork. Like suppose I wanted to add a butterfly to this artwork. This white area is the one that will cover. So you can put whatever image you want here. Shaded artwork. So you can press that and press. Okay. So you will have something like this. You can add whatever you want later on also. So I hope everything is clear. Did you have you understood about the 3D creation with Illustrator? Any question? Anyone who have question or anything? Just let me know. Okay, so you can continue with this part. I think some students were asking me that they couldn't find the images in for the next assignment. But when I checked there, the images was there, but I don't know what was the issue. It didn't got update like loaded correctly or uploaded correctly. So I removed the old one and re-uploaded the new one. So now you can check, it should be there, the images that were missing. So one image was like an icon, another one was like a karate kid or something like that. Okay, and maybe after this assignment, this class, you can do the 3D part much more better over there now. Okay, so just check with that and keep on uploading that. Next class, we will see how we can work with advanced blending mode over here and create like interesting shapes out of it. Okay, so we'll see that in the next class. So by the time, just take care, and then we'll meet next week and have a nice weekend.